Alright, so now that you know the 4 easy steps to get your blog up and running today, let's hop over to Bluehost, who I mentioned earlier, and get your domain and hosting out of the way so we can move on to the fun stuff. And I'll try to make this part pretty fun too. Alright guys, so grab yourself a nice coffee, tea, soda, kombucha, water, whatever the kids are drinking these days, and let's go ahead and create your blog together. We can start by just opening up our Googles, or wherever your homepage is. I'm using Google Chrome, by the way, and I'm on a Mac, but whatever browser you use, and whether you use a Mac or PC, the steps will be exactly the same, and you'll do great. Alright, and we're going to visit bluehost.com to get started. Now, pay attention, because right out of the gates here, we're going to get ourselves a discount just by entering gregnarayan.com/bluehost and hitting enter. Awesome, guys, and we can see right away they've cut the starting price for us because we used our special link, and so your price dropped down right away. Using my gregnarayan.com/bluehost link also gives me a little commission for sending you to Bluehost, so I really appreciate it. That's sort of how I keep all these videos free for everyone, and I'm able to provide so much value. And because I said I was going to make this fun for you, I'm going to hop in right here in the corner of the screen so that you're not alone and we can do this thing together. So here we go. And here we are at Bluehost, the best web hosting, as you might have heard, for WordPress. So if you click Get Started, you're going to see the basic plan on the left, which is the one that most people use to install WordPress. This has gotten us a lot of great reviews, and it's generally just the most common way to install WordPress. But because Bluehost is so advanced, they've created a basic WordPress plan. If you hover on WordPress and click WordPress hosting, you'll find the same basic plan for the same price, but with more upgraded WordPress features like $200 in marketing credit. So obviously we want to get this one for you. Alright, so we're going to go up and we're going to see it also comes with automatic WordPress install updates, all sorts of cool WordPress features. Obviously I want your blog to be as powerful as it can be from the get-go. Alright, so you can read a little more if you want. It's the same price of $3.95 a month, and then once you're ready, just click Choose Plan, scroll down, and we're going to keep things on a budget and select the basic plan. Of course, you could get the plus plan if you know you want to host more than one website at the moment. Next, we're going to create a domain name. Alright, so if you search for a domain name, you're going to have the option to put in any words you want and then choose an extension, which is like a .com, a .net, what have you. And I want you to know that the .com is the most recognizable and also the most profitable if you sell your website someday. So always try to get the .com. Although there isn't any negative like SEO if you choose like a .org or a .co. Then hit next. Of course, your domain name might not be available right away, so you might need to do a little more hunting, like replace guide with setup or go with yourname.com. That's always a good one. We can celebrate now that we've gotten ourselves a good domain name. And next it's time to create our account. So we're going to pop in account information, which is just like our name and our business name, which is optional. You're going to put in stuff like the country, street address, city, and of course all that information is 100% secure. And then in package information, we're going to make sure we choose the best option for us today. The price goes down if you register more months up front. You'll just have to pay a little bit more up front, but you'll get it at less cost per month. Hosting price is just the number of months we register for times the price. Domain's free, and you get a free SSL for security. Next, you'll see the package extras. All right, so obviously we want to check off on all of those because we're going to stay on a budget. I can show you how to do most of these tasks for free with the plugin, or you can add them on later in the future, guys. It's not a big deal. All right, so finally we have the payment information, and we're going to pay for our Bluehost web hosting just like you would at any other major online retailer. All right, pretty cool. So Bluehost has like over 2 million customers right now. Really great brand founded by Matt Eaton, and today they're going to get one more customer because we're going to join in. All right, so here I'm making my secure payment. Just going to pop in my credit card so I get some points and click that box down below. And once you've read through, it's time to hit submit, and this will take care of our domain name and hosting. And in the next step, we're just going to install WordPress. So goes really quick. You should know that it's really easy and fun, and yeah, now you get to enjoy the same Bluehost setup that everyone you might have talked to has already done. So once you're ready, we're just going to hit submit together. Boom. And it'll say your purchase was a success. Great, so they have these updated graphics in the new Bluehost WordPress install. and we just need to hit create account to get going. Next, it's time to create your password. So we just have our domain name in there and choose any password that meets all their criteria. Try to make it strong, then check that box and then create your account. All right, here we're making a good amount of progress. Keep going with us here. Now click go to login, and it's going to ask us a quick little test, which is, do you remember the password you just made? So make sure you're on hosting login and remember that password, type it in, and now we're going to click login. All right, doing great, guys. Stick with us here. We're almost to your WordPress blog. Congrats on making it so far. It's a big commitment here you've taken, and really you're setting yourself apart from so many other bloggers that decide to create a free blog. All right, so now let's create a website with some details. So the first thing is just the name of your site, which is literally just whatever your site title is. So, it could be anything like, Rick's Cool Toys or Jamie's Cool, whatever you want to call it. I'm out of ideas, but I just like calling it your domain name. Whatever's in your domain name, just put those words in the site title. And then for your tagline, that would be like a slogan for your website. So, maybe your favorite quote would work great there. All right, and when you do this, WordPress is going to take that information and put it on your blog. So you'll see it once we log into WordPress. All right, and now it says, do you want a blog? Well, I thought we were making a blog already. Well, this will just make sure that you have blog posts in a certain location. So of course we want that, and we're going to choose homepage so that we have a list of blog posts on our homepage. And then it says, do you want an online store? Of course, why not? I could definitely see us selling something like an ebook or some downloadable products or maybe a coaching guide later on. All right, so there we have it, and we're going to scroll down and we're going to hit continue. So the WooCommerce store is just by WooCommerce, which is a plugin. Next, it's time to tell us a bit more about you. Bluehost is basically just trying to understand what sort of site you want to make. This will help them recommend you themes, give you better WordPress support through their Blue Sky. They offer a lot of upgraded support features. So the more you tell them, the better. And they will read this and learn about your site so they can help you better later on. So of course, I'm just going to check all of them so we get all the options on the next screen. Then it says, are you comfortable with creating websites? Well, if you're with me, then yes, but after the video, you might not be comfortable. So we're just going to hit the very least one so that you get the most options for WordPress support on the next screen. And you get a phone number there if you want to call them for help. But obviously, you're here with me, and the YouTube comments are great. So now it's time to pick a theme that inspires you, not expires. These are all great themes. I can tell you about all of them. As you can see, there's like 559 of them, so there's really not time to explain all of them. But if you want, ask me about any individual theme. I'll tell you what it's good for, why it's good, and maybe why it wouldn't be for you. I've used almost all these themes we see right here. But we're going to skip this step. All right, so before I could finish talking, WordPress was installed. This is our dashboard. We're going to hit Get Started. Then we're going to say no thanks for the domain privacy protection because we're on a budget. And before we know it, we're going to be on the dashboard screen. All right, I'm just going to click away from here by clicking, I'm sure, turn it off. There we go.